What's up, everybody? This is going to be a quick video of the new Apple AirPods that came in. Got them right here. I'm not going to do an unboxing or any of that stuff because there's hundreds of them on YouTube. But what I will do is I'm going to show you them in an actual real world scenario, which is going to be running. So I'm letting the iPods charge a little bit. While I'm doing that, it's going to take a second to go over the iCloud setup. Now, something I've noticed with these AirPods, but not only these, I had a cheap pair of $20 Bluetooth sport earphones that were wireless that I was using for the last couple months. And while they didn't really fit my ears good, it seems like they created a suction. So when I'm running, I could hear myself running, the tapping of the feet. So it interfered with the music. But one thing I did notice is the iCloud speaker setup worked with those. And that was something I thought was just for the AirPod, but when I was on my phone listening to music with those cheap $20 wireless headphones, I noticed that their little earphone icon would show up in the top right screen where the Bluetooth status is. And when I was on my iPod, it also was there. And I, went to my iPod, turned it on, hit music on the iPod, and instantly switched over to the iPad when I was using my phone. And same thing with my computer. Those wireless headphones already showed up in the cloud. So what I'm thinking is the cloud speakers, that technology or that feature that they've been touting for the AirPods isn't exclusively to the AirPods. It's actually something that can be used with any set of wireless headphones, and it's a software update. So that's something that, I really haven't heard anyone kind of talk about online yet. It's all been reviews of the AirPods, but not really about the iCloud function of it. And so that's something, if you don't want to get the AirPods, you should be able to get just about any pair of wireless headphones and use them on multiple devices without having to connect. So just a little tidbit. So as you can tell, they fit in your ears pretty good. I think they feel like they have almost a little bit of a rough texture on the bottom. It's smooth, but there seems like there's just enough to give it a little bit of kind of holding texture. And they feel pretty snug. Obviously my ears might be different than a lot of people's, but we're gonna go ahead and stretch, and then we're gonna give this a shot. So you can see where I'm at right now, a little over 1 mile. I'm a little winded, 1 mile in so far, but these speakers, they stay in really well, and they sound great. Let's go to 2 and we'll see what happens. All right, so I tried to pause it for the video real quick. I don't want to mess my pace up, so I'm going to get started back again, but right under 9, which is where I usually am. Anyway, these sound great. They don't slip. They stay in your ears snug. And more importantly, what's kind of funny or ironic is the fact that these sunglasses, which are Oakley, when I sweat, they always start to kind of, move a little bit, wiggle. I've gotten used to it, right? I'm not listening to anything on them, so as long as I can see, I'm fine. So they're slipping right now, but these headphones are not. They're perfectly snug. They're not moving anywhere. I've got plenty of sweat getting on them. It's not activating Siri. So as of right now, 2 miles, A+. I can't tell you how nice it is to have good sound quality based on those other ones I was using that were wireless. They had the rubber earpiece that kind of fit in your ear. And like I said, you could kind of hear you're running. Every footstep, you could hear that thud in your ears. It's almost like it amplified it. So I could never get a really secure fit where I could just hear the music. And these AirPods are doing exactly what they're supposed to. And they sound just as great as Bose in-ear ones I used to use. Perfect. So anyway, here we go again. All right, so 3 miles in, and these things are holding great. I don't think I'll have any problem doing 6 miles, 10 miles, 13 miles, which I have a half marathon coming up in 2 weeks, the Houston Aramco half. So far, these are by far the best headphones for runners. Anyway, back to it. We're 5 miles in now. My pace dropped to 9:23. I had to do a short video on the Nike Plus app. And one of the things I'm not real, cool with, that'll be a separate video, and it has to do with the heart rate viewer on the watch. Top left corner small, but like I said, we'll talk about that another time. Anyway, 5 miles in, headphones are doing great. I really can't stress enough the quality of the sound. It's a little better than the ones that come with your iPhones. And I have the iPhone 7 Plus, so I have the new ones that plug into Lightning, which isn't a big deal because I have the wireless ones, obviously. But you almost can't tell they're on your ears. You know they're there, but it's light, they're snug, they don't move around, and I've got a lot of sweat. In fact, I've even felt a few times sweat dripping off of the bottoms of them. So obviously water resistant rise or sweat resistant, they work great. And more importantly, you're hearing me now mic audio through these wireless headphones, and I'm sure it sounds good. But the biggest thing is you can run with the freedom of not worrying about your ears, being able to listen to music. I've taken a phone call as I've been running. They said the sound quality is great. I've used the tap feature where Siri comes up to skip songs. I like that. I was used to, in the old days, with the wired headphones, and even the wireless ones I had where they had the inline adjuster for the volume, being able to click songs and up and down. I haven't really missed that. I run with my phone in my hand. I adjust the volume with my thumb since it sits right over the up and down volumes. And, I run my phone usually screen off to save battery. But when I've wanted to change songs, I just tap the earpiece here and say next song, skips no problem. And it doesn't really bother me. It doesn't distract me from my run. So I'm real happy with it. Anyway, back to it. So I did a little over 6 miles. I think it was a 9:15 pace. And again, I walked a little bit so I could record a video on the Nike app. Hurt my pace a little bit. I think my average would have been about 8:45, so not too bad. I'm not a professional runner, but I just like to run to try to stay in shape. Anyway, 6 miles, no problems with the headphones. I guess every video I've done at every mile is about the same.